Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Big shout out to all the boomers tuning into this live broadcast. Make sure you're kabooming the like, the subscribe, the post notification bell, all the buttons. Shout out to Lady Plants pumping up the bits. Indeed, Bitcoin is conquering 10K right now by military force. 10,100 and kabooming. I see a candle this morning that is looking straight up northwards. It's looking erect. So shout out to the boomers, no homo. All the boomers out there, make sure you're kabooming the like, the subscribe, the post notification, and all the ding dings. The conquering this military action, 10,001. Could we go to 10.2? Swimming through all the FOMO and FUD indeed, Lady Plants. Good morning to Queen's Races. Welcome back. I know you have a new job out there. It's always nice to see you in the population of the chat box. Hopefully everything's going good for you, Queens. Good morning to you. All the boomers are here. Or we have about a little less than 10, so I'll give it a few seconds to conquer the chat box. Make sure you're dropping a comment here. We'll be talking about this price line and a couple of the other headlines that may be out there. Make sure you're subbing to me not only on YouTube but on dlive.tv/Champagne Crypto. I'll probably end the stream today over there. We don't want to give YouTube all the juice. I need you touching the like, the buttons, bing, bing, bing. Caress them. Stay tuned in to the good crypto word we spread here daily. Indeed. Let's check out today's math over here on TradingView. You could see this morning an erection. We woke up ready to go straight up. I know you guys get excited with good news like this. It's going fast. It seems like there's some FOMO right now. 10,164. We may even touch 10.2. We touched 10K this weekend. It was a little sell-off as expected. Now we're attacking the line once again. And I think that we're in the middle of this, the bull run, that is associated with this halvening. I think we're going to continue to gain weight. Obviously, there's going to be some peaks and valleys. But I think overall trend is going to be northward up until maybe about a month or so, maybe a few weeks, anywhere from 6 to 2 weeks before the halvening. I would expect the dump to occur, similar to how things happened with Litecoin. A few months before Litecoin's halving last year, it gained a lot of weight. It went up from like a low of 30 last year to about a high of 150, 160, almost 200. I thought I was going to break 200, but it didn't. And then about a month or so, a few weeks before the halvening occurred for Litecoin, the dump started. So you know how it goes, guys. Buy the rumor, sell the news. The rumor is that things are going to be going up, and the news may be that they didn't go up as much as people expected. So, I'm looking at, maybe topping off at close to 12K. Maybe we get lucky and we touch 13.8, the similar high that we experienced last summer. Shout out to the 10 boomers there in the chat box. Lady Plant says, pega el button. Exactly. Treese says, yo, what up, boomers? And the boomers are here. So let's go ahead and check out CMC, right? CoinMarketCap. And we got 10,003 over there on CoinMarketCap. A little more action over here on Coinbase. It looks like Coinbase is gaining more weight. So something to note. There's always a bit of a difference between these exchanges. They're not always trading exactly the same. So what you're seeing on Coinbase is an average of the exchanges. So right now, Coinbase is trading above average. Interesting to note. You got Ether there at 226. Ripple at 27 cents. Kaboom! These races just dropped me $5. Got to drop my ducats before I go back to work. It's all love, champ. I still watch your replays. I just don't have reception at my job and can't be seen on the phone. I got it. And you're with us, and I appreciate you, Queens, still dropping by. And I'm glad that things are going good. You got a new job, and you got to secure the bag before watching the streams. I understand that, and I appreciate the 5. Guys, follow Queen's Races lead here. Drop a couple ducats in the buckets if you're getting value from the stream. Share this on your social media feed. Let the little piglets on your farm know that you're here booming with the best of them. Anthony says, honestly, I'm just riding Tezos to the top and starting dollar cost averaging Bitcoin. Yeah, Tezos has been pumping. Wow, Tezos. And listen, I don't even know much about Tezos. I mean, it's obviously legit. My understanding is that they are partnering with certain corporations. I'm not sure. I don't remember which But this is an alternative to Ether and EOS, and it's here. I don't know which dApps are really running on it, but I got my eye on it. And my understanding is that you can stake Tezos and earn rewards, and you can actually stake them on Coinbase, if I'm not mistaken. Okay? So, you know the deal. 10,034 right now on Bitcoin Ether at 226. Bitcoin Cash is looking good as well, 455. Satoshi Vision continues to climb at 358. This is pure hype, guys. Pure hype because, you know, February 4th came in this court case, and my understanding is that he didn't prove anything. Okay? I don't know what happened with the court case. Everything went silent. But, you know, if he would have proved something, we would have heard about it. So, you know, February 4th came, and it's probably another delay. I'm starting to think these guys are just fiddling around with the price themselves. I mean, it could be some homies of his that run these exchanges. Who's the top exchange for SV? Let's see who the top exchanges are. Who's pumping this thing? Beaky, Fatbit, X, Hop. Who uses these exchanges? You know, like, I mean, one thing I do notice though is that it seems like some of the volume is distributed pretty well from what I'm seeing. But if you look, you know, the major volume and liquidity is always tied to USDT, Tether. And, you know, we know how funny Bunny Tether is. So I'm just asking, like, who's buying, who's on Beaky, that exchange? I never even heard of that exchange. Let's go back to look at these exchanges. Beaky, Fat, BTC, X, Hotbit. Obviously, people have heard of an OKX. But, like, you know, Beaky, Fat, BTC, who uses these exchanges? Come on. You know, could I just set up an exchange and sell back and forth to myself and report gains? You know, I can set up the Champagne exchange, and I can sell... you know, a bit to Queen's Races for 25,000, and he can sell it back to me for 26. I mean, I don't know. You know, that's what it seems like it's being done out there, because I don't know anybody holding SV other than the few shills that stop by, and who really even uses those exchanges. So whatever. CryptoZilla, my favorite lizard on the blockchain, says Lady Plant. Shout out to Zilla. We have a group that got Tezos from ICO. It has delegated baking system. I would assume you meant banking. Yeah, it's a delegated. It's similar like Steam. It's a delegated proof of stake. So only those that are block producers are actually getting the rewards. How does that work? So it's DPoS. Lady Plants is doing the same thing as Anthony, riding Tezos to the top and starting to dollar cost average. Yeah, looking good. Looking good. Let's go back to the CoinMarketCap, see who's winning today. Everything looking good. Everything's riding to the top. Bitcoin dominance there at 63. Market cap at 288. I can assume we can get close to 300 billion, which is a good thing. Let's continue to go on the prices. EOS is up at 513. Litecoin is up 75 bucks. Binance is not up today at 24, but Binance has made some gains. Binance has made some serious gains. You know, just the other day, was it like at 15 bucks, 17 bucks? Tezos at 280, Cardano at 6. Don't sleep on Cardano, guys. I know that they haven't delivered, but I think they are eventually. And when they do, just off that rumor, it may gain weight. So, you know, I'm not saying that they're taking over or not, but I would expect them to deliver something at some point. Monero at 85 bucks, Tron at 2 cents, Stellar there at 7, Ethereum Classic at 1182. No, staking. Okay. Yeah. Delegated staking system. Yeah, delegated proof of stake. Staking, but they call it baking. Okay, I didn't know that. Put the Tezzies in the oven and wait for the goodies. Okay, staking and baking. I like that. They're staking and baking over there at the Tezos community. It's baking like a cake. They bake your Tezzies. Okay, I like that. Stake them and bake them, indeed. You have to start staking some Tezos. I mean, put the Tezzies in the oven. You got it. So what's the wallet for Tezos? Are you guys staking them on Coinbase? How's it working? Is the wallet looking sexy? Is there a dApp? Talk to me about Tezos, guys. Let me know what's going on with Tezos other than the price going up. Because, you know, if it's here to stay, I want to see some dApps. Let's check out TradingView. Ant token rebounds. What's this? Isn't Ant Neo? That's confusing. I'm not going to get into that. Let's see what other headlines there is booming out there. 10,172. We may hit a 10-2. Look at this candle, guys. This is a straight up erection, crypto erection out here, guys. Bitcoin price will revisit about 10,000 based on the two bullish factors. It already did. So, I mean, not even the headlines can keep up. This headline was written 20 minutes ago or published 20 minutes ago. Can't even keep up. That's why we got to go live. You know, you wait around, you try to make a video, you try to write an article. Guys, it's real time. You got to go on. You can't, you got to move, shake and bake without a script. You got to go on real time. It's real time. You got to plug and play out here. People waiting too much to get someone out in the Philippines to write their Fiverr article for them so that they can publish it the next day. You know, they're moving slow. You got to go on live. That's why I like D Live. That's why I like the chat, because it's each one teach one here in the population. Coinbase will bake too, right? Lady Plants, and she says yes. CryptoZilla was asking. There are a few wallets and it has Ledger support talking about Tezos. Okay. I'll keep an eye on that. Let's see if there's any other good headlines. Ethereum still looking bullish. I agree. Everything's looking bullish. Like I said, guys, once Bitcoin starts gaining weight, everything's going to follow. Low time frame trend turning against, but still very overbought. Caution. MTF trend still looks up, even if it shouldn't. HTF trend is up. So keep an eye on Ether. It may very well, it's going to be here to stay. I mean, Ether, although Larimer said that they can run Ether on one smart contract, we're in a point right now that it's obvious that simple fundamentals and simple technicals and, which blockchain has more bells and whistle or is faster is not necessarily equating to a higher price right now. There's a lot of just straight up hype that's driving these prices. Look at SV for an example. Okay, that's just straight up rumors and hype, and it could be also manipulation. This is still a small market, even at these prices, with a market cap of less than 300 billion. I will continue to repeat this. This is Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, and a few of his homeboys on the weekend. They can control this entire market. This is just a little blip on the radar out here. Sprinkler Ninjas kabooming. All right. Lady Plants is here, Zilla, and the rest of the boomers. Guys, I may tune this and tune this down and move over to D Live just to give them a little juice on D Live. Continue to throw some lemons out there. And we can talk about ancillary subjects. I mean, the price of Bitcoin's up. What else would we say? I think it's going to go up to about 13.8, maybe 12 from here to May. I think, around April, we'll start seeing a sell-off. I don't think it's going to go all the way up till May. But, hey, maybe I'm wrong. I'm expecting something similar to what happened with Litecoin last year when it boomed from 30 or 40 bucks to about 150. About a month before that Litecoin happening, and then we started seeing a dump. If the SEC really grants 3-year grace period for new coin projects, ETH will go haywire. And, you make a point. I think because of that SEC granting or talking about that grace period, I'm wondering if that is what propelled the Kick coin to go so high. Kick gained over 100% this week. And I know there were a big ICO, and I'm questioning whether that statement from the SEC is what positively impacted the price of the coin. Yeah, did you know that the new generation boomer means old and dumb? Yeah, I know. I mean, but we've been saying boomer here before they started with that boomer meme. When I'm saying boomer, I mean kaboom, Bitcoin boom. You guys get the point. I've been using that boomer term before it even became a meme. So, you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not referring to age. Whoa, is that price rise too extreme, says Sticks. Yeah, I mean, it is right now, and that's positive. And I would expect, look, listen, we're up right here. Boom, we may go up to 10.2, and then we'll fall back down. The point here is if that low, when we fall down from this top, because, this thing's coming in waves. So after this set of waves, will we settle, you see how we kind of settled here sideways around 97. The question here is if the next time we settle, will we settle above 10,000? And that's the title here, Bitcoin conquering 10K. That's what needs to be done here, guys. We need to conquer 10K by military force and remain controlling this $10,000 border for eternity, for forever. I don't want to see Bitcoin drop under 10K anymore. That's it. This should be it. We should hold this line. Maybe we'll drop, once again, but this could be it. I want to see Bitcoin above 10K permanently. Derek McLean says the price looks a little funny bunny. Indeed, and I would expect it to pull back at some point. Marlon says, talking about fiat and repo markets, talk about funny bunny. Well, I mean, obviously, the funniest of all bunnies is that fiat system in the economy. I mean, that's the pyramid of all pyramids, guys. And we know that, got into an argument because I said not everybody like that gay shit, and so many people call me a boomer. So, I mean, whatever. It doesn't even matter, sometimes, it's not up to us to convince everybody, Queens. It's good. You just stand your ground and keep doing what you're doing and make a joke out of it, if anything. Dems are so dumb, they act like $15 minimum wage is the holy grail, but they don't see that the minimum wage will never keep up with the rate at which the Fed prints money. Exactly. They're just, they're cranking it. They got a money printer, guys. It's like, imagine you had a money printer. Imagine you could just mine Bitcoin by the press of a button and just, Bitcoin just pop up in your wallet. That's basically what they're doing. It was floating around 8 like a month ago with perspective in it. Kaboom, kaboom. Yeah, I mean, we've said all last year, Sticks, that 2019 was about accumulation. It was an accumulation period. We were saying it and over and over. Get a bit, throw it under the pillow. I don't know how many times we said it. Make sure have the majority of your bag is in Bitcoin. We've said it. We're not giving anybody advice because we're not advisor, but that's been our opinion, and it seems to be strong. So the minimum wage worker will never be able to survive in this economy. You know it. That's what it is. I mean, look at the price of milk, guys. It keeps going up. It's the simple everyday items. Price of milk is almost like what, $5 a gallon? Take away their phone and tell them to try to survive, says CryptoZilla. Indeed. Thai City says that's what Bitmain does. You basically said it. I mean, they still gotta run the machine, and there's a cost to run the miners, but imagine there was basically no cost to run miners. You don't even need a special machine. You just have the authority to just add zeros to your bank account. That's basically what they're doing. I lived in Singapore. They have no minimum wage, and there are almost no homeless people. Super dumb, says Marlon. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I can look at it both perspective. Free market people, they're not for the minimum wage. It's just like, at the end of the day, they're like, let people work for what they want. That's a whole nother conversation, but I can see both arguments. Because we have, we're living basically you have to accept it. If you accept something, it's on you. If you accept work for the minimum wage, it's on you, And, the alternative is to, just be self-sustainable. And I know that's not possible for everybody, but something to consider. Grow your own food, do your own thing, filter your own water. Guys, get a good water filter, okay? Get a good water filter. I got the link down to the Berkey and the Zero water filter down below. I just put it again because I was watching a stream with David Weiss. And, he's one of those flat earth maniacs. And he posted a video the other day, I think it was yesterday, of him interviewing a lady in a old folks home. She was like 102 years old. And she was raised in Connecticut. And she was talking about when she went to school, they taught that the earth was flat. And that somewhere, 10, 20 years that they started teaching a globe. Like, we were talking about that. I'm not saying I believe one or the other, but it's just interesting. It's only in the past 100 years that we're hearing these these things. The point being is that they were also talking about, decalcifying your pineal gland, staying healthier, whatnot. And what I found paramount for everybody is to get a good water filter. Make sure you're taking out that fluoride out of your water, because if there's two things that's really damaging your mind, it's that fluoride in the water, and it's all that porn you guys are watching. The pump is spooky. My stop loss didn't trigger, so I'm riding the wave, says Thai City. There you go. Yeah, it gets spooky when things like this happen. And I said this last time, it got spooky when I hit 13.8 all of a sudden. That's what it is. My nephew said, okay, boomer, to his grandfather. He lost his phones for a week. He doesn't want to say that anymore. There you go. It's not dumb at all, says Derek. And unemployment increases as the minimum wage increases. They say the inflation rate's 1.5, says Marlon, but they don't factor in things like food, healthcare, gas. Yeah, the inflation rate is way more than that. You're right. No, I was agreeing with Derek. I think minimum wage is dumb. It's a con. Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm more on the edge of taking out the minimum wage. Like, it's up to people to do what they want to do. If you want to work for $1, that's up to you. You're setting an artificial price floor on labor, which dines people's jobs who are willing to work for less. That price learn economy. Yeah, I guess it was a misunderstanding, but yeah, I think we're on the right same page there, Derek, as Marlon. But the opposite holds true too. I mean, if you don't want any minimum wage, then you shouldn't cap off how much people could earn, and that goes into like communism and socialism. What they want everybody to be the same, so you can't earn more than the next guy. That's where people, for the same reason that you would take off the minimum wage is the same reason that you don't cap what people can earn. It's, to have balance on both sides. Yeah, Queen says, yeah, you take people's phones away, who can survive? Now, I was watching Snake Diet the other day, and he has a concept, and this is something I recommend to everyone. I've done it in the past, but I never gave it a name. He's calling it dopamine fast, where you fast from foods, and you also fast from using things that spike up your dopamine, which would be using the phone. So you could put it down for a day or two and just fast from it. So not only is he fasting from foods that to clean yourself out, but you can fast for your mind, clean yourself out too. You just put the phone down. I went through a period where I actually didn't have a phone on purpose. I just completely said, forget about the phone. I use Google Voice. I called you when I called you. I'll meet you when I meet you. It was like a couple of years ago. I've been working online way too much. I had a moment, an epiphany there. I was like, let me just stop using the phone for a while. So you could do it. It's not a big deal, guys. I'll meet you at 5:00 at the spot, and I'll meet you, and I'll see you there. It's not a big deal. You don't got to text. You don't got to you don't got to check every time. You don't need your phone as much as you think. You don't need GPS all the time either. Find out how to search for addresses on your own. Look at a map. I mean, come on, guys. Ask questions. Ask for direction. Talk to people. You don't need the phone all the time. Yeah, socialism kills everyone's wealth. That's what it is. They don't want anybody to be wealthy. They want everybody just to be stuck in the same thing. It's like, that's the problem out there. It sounds good when you pitch it the opposite. You're like, oh, everybody's going to be equal, but then the truth in that is like no one is going to be wealthy. Yeah, no floors are caps on what man can make. Market forces purely should control incomes. Yeah, I tend to agree with that, Marlon. But I'll be honest with you. At the same time, you got to also think about it. There'll never be a completely free economy. And if you're really, really talking about a free market, then, that's going to displace people, because if, the world is truly a free market, then, there could be cheaper labor in the other side of the world. And that can actually displace certain people in a certain region. And now people would say, well, then maybe they should learn a new trade or new skill, or they should move. But I don't think that always holds true. So there could be, some fallacies in the free market argument as well. Okay. That being said, there is no free market. We know that. We're basically in an oligarchy right now. But it's something as a thought experiment. I don't think there's ever been a really true free market. Bet you got a bunch of flakes doing the funny bunny arrangement makers. Yeah, and I think they exist not only for Bitcoin, but SV as well. Look at that, guys. 10,355 in real time. Look at this. It's straight up all the way up the Bitcoin rocket ship. It looks like Bitcoin got its supply of helium over the weekend. They probably bought up all the helium. There's been a helium shortage the past year. It looks like NASA bought it all up. How do we vote these peoples into your office? I'm watching this Fed testimony on CNBC, and all these guys are ignorant fools, really stupid. Yeah, the best thing is like forget about voting or not voting. You just got to laugh at them and start doing your own thing. It's not about destroying the old system. It's just about creating new ways and doing your own thing. It's like I don't think Bitcoin is here to destroy fiat like so many people think, but it's here to create a new. It's a new market, a new system. You know, just like the internet. I mean. It did destroy a lot of the print business, but you know, books still exist, magazines still exist. Maybe not as powerful, but they're still out there. You know, like the world changed with the internet, but I mean, it wasn't like as drastic as some people thought. Smart people don't run for offices, Marlon. No, Marlon. I mean, I'm sure you. I don't know if you checked out the last stream, but the answer to the question is that we're not battling against flesh and blood. It's against certain principalities. And once you understand that the plan is bigger, and I think you got it. You said it before that, the older you get, the more biblical it is. But, I mean, it's right there in your face. You ask yourself, how is it all messed up? Why is it, so much of a scam? Why? It's because the answer is right there. The world is fallen and it's run, the world is run by Satan. There's no other way to look at it, guys. It's just the way it is. It's been told to us. It's there. The man is fallen, and the only thing that's going to save us, it's not Bitcoin, it's not AI, it's the big man upstairs. I don't know, man, if this keeps up like this, I think we're in for a massive correction. Anthony, well, I mean, let it go up. I mean, the higher it goes up, hopefully once it crashes, we will have a higher low than we did last time. All I care is that we stabilize above 97. So, I mean, we can go up to 15,000 for all I care, just as long as we stay above 10K. Again, the title of the video, I think, is the goal for the entire year. Conquer 10K by military force. Do you think 10.5 by tonight? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know, to be honest with you. I didn't think we'd hit 10.3 right now like this. I wasn't expecting to see this candle. But, never a dull day. Do I think we'll hit 10.5 in the next month? For sure. But yeah, it does get a little spooky and a little, make you go, when you see these, 4 or 5% over, in less than in an hour. This is like in an hour and a half. You're looking at a $500-600 movement, $700 movement in like an hour and a half. Yeah, carbon-based world, 666, it, Sprinkler Ninja. This is it. We're here, guys. If you haven't figured it out, this is a carbon. You said it right on the money, and I know about that. 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 protons. It says your father. What does it say in the New Testament? Your father is the devil. I mean, Jesus says it himself. I mean, this is it, guys. We're in a fallen state. This is it. Your carbon, your 666. This is what you're composed of. Everything's falling out here. Tell you guys, it gets more real the more you look at it. People want to think it's just all myth, but once you start breaking it down, there's a lot of truth in the good book. There's a lot of OK Boomer memes in Congress. It's funny, that they took the boomer, OK Boomer meme. I don't know. I just, just remember what you heard that kaboom first, that boomer. Now they're trying to take the kaboom, the boom, and what's good and flip it. I can't prove it, but it's almost like they're trying to take that kaboom energy and flip it into like something old and stale. Don't forget where that kaboom with that boomer vibration and that vibe, that energy came out first. It was right here. Okay, don't get it twisted with these dumb memes. People following that, you don't even need to listen to those people. It's kaboom all day. And be proud of it. JP Morgan and Consensus ETH speak on that. I don't know much about that. You may want to fill me in on Niagara. I'm not up to speed. Yeah, we better go better off if it goes up slow. If it moons, it'll drop. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if it moons, it'll drop. That's for sure. I mean, at some point we're going to go down. Just the question is if we're going to go down as much as we went up. That's all. As long as we conquer 10K, we can hit, like I said, 15,000 in the next hour and then just crash back down to 10,000. As long as we're staying over 10K, it's looking good. As long as we're above anything over 97 once this run completes, whether it's, an hour or a day, It's going to be positive. Listen, people were negative just yesterday. I saw headlines like, "Oh, the reason price fell." It's like, well, the price fell. What do you mean? The price fell in less than a day, but the price is up in the past 5 days. All these candidates want us to increase capital gains tax. It says Derek. Yeah, most of these people they don't want to do any work on their own. They want other people to work for them, and they want to tell other people what to do. That's mostly what these politicians do. It's like, you do this, do that. You need to do this. You need everybody. They have an opinion. They want you to pay the government, but they're not really doing anything. All these candidates want to increase. We read that Marlin's praying to Satoshi. I'm not. I don't think Satoshi is here to save us, but I definitely think it could help. So, I see where you're coming. It's a joke, but I'm not going to blaspheme the greatest verse that was ever written or was ever spoken. Can I talk about H-bar? I can't because I don't know much about it, PA. I'll be honest. I'm not even interested in it. So, I'm probably not the guy to talk about it. To be honest, I just don't know anything about it. I mean, I've heard of it, obviously, but, I don't know anything about it, and I'm not going to research right now. Yeah, but I see where you're coming from, Marlon. But I'm not even I'm not gonna blaspheme that. Beyonce will save us, Lady Plants says no one's gonna save us, guys, except the good man himself. Yeah, PA. I wish I could say something, but I don't. I don't know anything about H-bar, so I think it went up, but other than that, I have no idea. 10.4 is the top today. Guys, let's go ahead and move to DLive. We've been on for, half an hour. I'm going to go ahead and finish the stream off on DLive right now. There won't be any break or anything. I'm just going to stop streaming here and then fire it up immediately on DLive. I don't want to give all the juice to YouTube, and we can continue talking about whatever you like. I thought it was funny too, Marlon, but I'm not gonna even joke at the Lord. I'm not gonna do it. It's too real for me right nowadays. But I get you. No, I know it's a joke, Marlon, obviously. But I'm not even ready to joke with the big man right now. It's too real for the champ right now. It's too real for the champ. I know it's not, Marlon. I know it's not. It's all good. I even said spreading the good crypto word, which is a take on the biblical stuff too. But, as I become more awake, I'm trying to be very careful with the words because the words cast spells. And, on that note, follow me on DLive. I'll replay that video about words casting spell. Good morning is MOU, if you think about it. And a job is similar to the book of Job. And a work week makes you weak. And then the week ends. So we'll talk about it. Millennials are worse than boomers. Yeah, absolutely. You can learn a lot for boomers, but they try to shame smart people, boomers, and traditional things because there's a lot of truth in it. You got to follow. If the media, if the mainstream is trashing it, then there's probably something there. There's probably something there. On that note, guys, DLive.tv/ChampagneCrypto. I'm going to be there right now. It's the voice of the blockchain. Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest. I'll catch you on DLive.tv/ChampagneCrypto.